Every morning, waking up in active addiction feels like opening your eyes at the bottom of the ocean. You feel a heavy, invisible weight. Before you even get out of bed, you are treading water, starting another brutal routine just to keep from drowning. Eventually, the maintenance of this cycle takes a dark turn. The pain of existing outweighs the biological instinct to survive, fueling a smoldering death wish. Your own mind provides a running commentary while you sink. It labels you weak or fundamentally broken. This internal monologue finds validation in the headlines and social stigmas that frame addiction as a failure of character. These feelings are symptoms of a critical, untreated injury. The misery belongs to the wound, not to your personality. Dr. Gabor Mate suggests a different starting point. Instead of focusing on the behavior of the addiction, we should investigate the specific pain the addiction was designed to mask. This diagram shows the process. A severe emotional wound from trauma, loss, or neglect creates unbearable distress. The brain develops a coping mechanism, forming a thick shell around the pain to dim the agony. This defense mechanism thrives on isolation. Humans rely on emotional connection to regulate their stress, but when that connection is severed, the mind looks for a chemical or behavioral substitute, drifting away from a healthy support network. Over time, the mechanism developed to manage the pain calcifies. The armor that once kept you alive has become the cage creating your current suffering. This suggests the problem lies in the survival strategy itself. The behavior remains a response to an injury that has never been allowed to heal. Relapses occur even when the desire to change is absolute. The failure lies in the mechanics of the tool being used to stop. Willpower is a finite resource, relying on raw self-control. Watch as this rigid block of willpower fragments under the crushing pressure of biological compulsion. The opposing state, willingness, involves accepting the facts and seeking external guidance rather than resisting alone. Using willpower to control an addiction is like trying to hold back a flood with a wooden gate. Eventually, the internal pressure exceeds the strength of the material. When that gate finally breaks, it leads to a moment of total collapse. You reach the absolute end of your own resources. Recovery philosophy refers to this state of total defeat as the gift of desperation. This collapse is a necessary step. It shatters the deadly, exhausting illusion that the disease can be managed through individual strength. This level of despair provides the foundation for true surrender. It is the prerequisite for a life lived on entirely different terms. Recovery redefines surrender. It involves resigning from the solo effort to fix the disease and letting go of the exhausting burden of self-reliance. Admitting powerlessness opens a psychological release valve. You can stop swimming against the current and finally breathe. Addiction feeds on isolation. The primary antidote is a return to honest, profound connection with others. Solving the underlying trauma or curing the addiction is not a task for today. The only requirement is the willingness to reach out to another person and ask for help.